Hello everyone, good evening. So my topic for today is about the early childhood in the preschooler. So our learning objectives is to define the early childhood and differentiate the physical, cognitive, and social emotional developments. And the end, you will explain how this development are connected to each other. So early childhood development. So early childhood development is begins at birth. As your child grows into early childhood, his world will begin to open up. He will become more independent and will pay extra attention to adults and children outside of the family. And also, he will want to explore his surroundings and have a lot of questions to ask because of his curiosity. His interactions with family and those around him will help him to shape his personality, behavior, and the ways of his thinking and moving. So, in preschool age refers to the period of early childhood development, typically ranging from 2 to 6 years old. And it characterized by the intensive cognitive growth in areas such as inhibitory control, working, memory, cognitive flexibility, and simple planning. In most cases, this type of development occurs naturally when parents and children spend time playing, preparing dinner, or looking at books together. And then the preschool programs provide the activities based on early childhood development guidelines such as the drawing, sketching, coloring, or um, even ipailan na said ang other you know, how to write, how to read the alphabet more and very clearly, or the difficult ones. And also, uh, parents consider this early childhood a problem age or a toy age. Early childhood is a time of the remarkable physical, cognitive, social, and emotional development. Uh, it is a child develop new motor cognitive language and social skills is a source of wonder for the parents and yayas or other relatives. So, physical development in early childhood. So, physical development in early childhood is encompasses the overall growth and maturation of a child's body and their ability to move and interact with their environment. Excuse me. This development kasi is very crucial yun siya sa foundation for the future physical abilities and the overall health of the children. It may not noticeable, but I know it is noticeable ang physical changes, ang size, ang strength, but also the development of motor skills, coordination, and the body control. So here, the average of 2 to 3 inches in height and 5 pounds in weight are added in each year. We can see this every month sa mga bata because we have a health worker to assess the children if that child is overweight, underweight, obese, or normal. So if bata magaling nga underweight or overweight na kailangan nga mo take siya vitamins or have a more nutritious food to eat. and the child gradually becomes thinner, and the girls retain somewhat more body fat, whereas boys are slightly more muscular. And then the posture and balance is improved. The balance and the coordination, if improved, children may often experience increased confidence in their movements, allowing the body to move efficiently, smoothly, and with control. And children, we may encourage the children to engage in a wider range of activities and further develop their motor skills, such as the running, jumping, or throwing. Next is the number four is the individual differences in body size are even more apparent during early childhood than infancy. Uh, we can we can observe naman and that it is very factual naman siya kaya we can see that the infant, the baby has a very small bones. We can see that the head of the baby is very um, masize lang sa tuang kamot. And then, pag mudako na sila, like 2 to 3 years old or 4, so, their bones is improving or maturing as their age goes by. And then, next is to determine if a child at typical stature is a sign of growth or health problem. The child ethnic heritage must be considered. So, if ever nga sa inyo ang family or sa inyong line of your family is mga dwarf, so possible, yung mga sang anak, mo lang gamay siya, maliit siya, is possible nga nakuha niya ang inyo ang that kind of bloodline nga maliliit or possible nga during pregnancy daghan kag mga gipang inom nga mga dili dapat gipang intake. Wala, that's the result of your uh, actions. These skeletal growths in which cartilage, so between ages 2 to 6, approximately 45 epiphysis or new growth center hardens into the bone, emerge in various parts of the skeleton. So, ang epiphysis, manggod, is about the mo siyang mga lone bones ni mo. During childhood, these epiphyses are primarily made of the cartilage, which allows the bones to continue growing in length. So, it is important manggod siya kay for the lengthening of bones and contributing to the significantly to a child's overall growth in height and the maturing of the skeleton. So, X-rays permit doctors to estimate children's skeletal age, the best available measure of the progress toward physical maturity. Ang mga X-ray magod, i-allow na sa doctor to assess kung to assess the maturity of a child bones, providing the skeletal age that is a more accurate reflection of their physical development than their age in years. So, kini siya, importante yun nato ni himabalaan ang habalan ng wasabtan ang understanding sa growth patterns of the bones. Because it can predict the future growth of the children. And it can diagnose if ever nga it related to medical conditions. And then, by the end of the preschool years, children start to lose their primary teeth. It because most children begin to lose their baby teeth or primary teeth around 6 years old. But at the end of the preschool nga 5 years old, this is the earliest sign nga tooth loosening ang bata. So it's more common for this process to begin a children's transition into kindergarten right after the typical preschool years. Next is, so the child develop increased strength and uses motor skills to master challenges in the environment, such as bicycles, balls, stairs. And then the mo na siya mga basic gross motor abilities emerge. So, later on, ma-explain na to ng mga gross motor or fine motors. And then the existing skills are practiced and a child develops mastery in applying motor skills to challenging and complex situations. So, skills of early childhood. So, it is the ideal age to learn in skills manjud. So, young children, enjoyment of repetition and order is deeply connected to their drive to learn and master new skills. It is not just about the boredom avoidance, it is the fundamental part of their developmental process. Ang mga bata magod kay is constantly striving to understand and interact effectively with the world. And through repetition, it allows them to practice a new skill over and over again hangtod nga ma-master na lang nila ni. And this mastery is a testament to their innate drive to learn and grow, which provides a sense of accomplishment and boost their self-esteem. And the second one is the adventuresome and as a result not held ridiculed by peers. So children may be driven by intrinsic motivations like like exploration and the mastery, and their social interactions are less focused on judgment and conformity. Pero as time goes by, as the children matured, they become more socially aware and peer dynamics shift to include elements of comparison, judgment, and the enforcement of social norms. And in the essence of the adventurous is it is the spirit of young children is often seen as a positive and developmentally appropriate. It is only as they enter later childhood and become more conscious of social dynamics and peer expectations that deviations from perceived health norms can become targets for ridicule. Third one is the young children learn easily and quickly because their bodies are very pliable. So pliable. It makes easier for the children to learn new motor skills, and the relative lack of pre-existing skills might uh, offer a offer a slight advantages in the certain learning situations. It could be the primary drivers of young children's in rapid learning, like in a highly plastic brains. So this highly plastic brains, which means um, incredibly adaptable and can form new neural connections easily and rapidly through observing uh, the surroundings or the environment or his parents or those peoples around him. This allows them to observe new information, learn new skills, and at accelerated pace. So, due to their instance of curiosity, frequent learning opportunities, and the support of of those people surrounds them, uh, maka-learn sila new things. As we teach those children even a little more things, we as we converse them, um, their cognitive development ma totally ma-improve and ma-enhance. So, it is effective jud na through trial and error, through experiment, by making mistakes, and by having mistakes, the children learn from their mistakes and from the feedback they receive from their parents or for those peoples around them. So, early childhood may be regarded as the teachable moment for acquiring skills. So here, the gross motor development. So mo ni siyang mga larger larger muscle groups and require whole body involvement. This includes major milestone like sitting, standing, or walking. So there are three categories man ani. So mani siya mga locomotor, non-locomotor, o manipulative skills. So, locomotor, mani siya ang mga skills involves going from one place to another, like walking, running, or climbing. And then, ang non-locomotor, mani siya ang mga skills wherein the child stays in a place like bending, stretching, or swaying. Ang manipulative, mani siya ang projecting and receiving objects like throwing the ball, bouncing, catching, and dribbling. And by developing these skills, it is essential for a child's overall fitness, balance, and coordination. So, in fine motor skills or fine motor development, mani siyang mga precise use of muscles in the hands and figures. They are essential for tasks requiring detailed hand-eye coordination. For example, drawing, cutting with scissors, and manipulating buttons or zippers. And also, in this fine motor skill development, children may have a dili nila mabalaan ang pagka self-care and for developing independence and tasks like feeding and dressing. Next is cognitive development in early childhood. So, it is a child's ability to expel and think about the world around them, helps them to develop wonderful problem-solving skills, no? So, the ability of young children, mga good, is to explore and think about the world around them, of their developing problem-solving skills. Also, the connection lies in how this exploration thought process interacts with their cognitive development. Mali siya as they explore, they literally begin to observe patterns, mga relationships, and the cause and effects. So, they might, ang mga bata, they might think na, what if ako aning i-push ning button, unsa kay mahitabo? What if ako aning iabon ning water, mo mutulo ka ha ang tubig, matrip ka ha? What if akong labayan og bato ning iro? Unsa kay mahitabo siya? Mudagan ka ni? So, due to uh, without consciously knowing it, ang child constantly forming a little hypothesis. So, through exploration and experimentation, no? So, those questions nga iya ang formulate sa iya ang huna-huna sa iyang brain, uh, it can give a development or development in understanding of concept like size, the shape, the color, texture, or the spatial relationships between that object or that thing. So, the preschooler play and cognitive development, no? So, this is your child ability to think, understand, and communicate. Remember, image and work. So in the essence of playing, it's not just a way of a way for the preschoolers to pass the time. It is a fundamental way that the children to learn. So by playing, makalearn sad sila and they can explore and develop the crucial cognitive skills that will form foundation for their future academic and social success. Di man talent nga play wa kay ma-learn. Um, Even mag-play ka, naa kay ma-learn. Strategy, analytical skills. So, na kay ma-learn yun na. So, by providing opportunities for various types of play, for example, drawing, nag-play ka, mo ang gadget. So, or mag-color. So, si bata, si child, aware siya nga unsay color sa apple. So, ang color sa apple is green. So, yeah, naman po green o red. So, muna yung kuluran. So, ang buhaton lang yun ni, by providing opportunities for various types of play, ang buhaton lang ni parents o ni educators is to support the child ability to think, understand, communicate, remember, imagine, and predict, all essential components of cognitive development. So, expectation of preschooler cognitive development. So, mo ni siya ang mga ato anang i-summarize, no? So, the children can start to organize games and make friends. Also, they can have a concept of kini bigger, kini ako kay big, kini ako kay tall, kini ako kay imuan na kay small. And also, because due to their curiosity, they can develop questions, a lot of questions, a lot of why. And because of their why, of their curiosity, dili sa ka-answer as an adult. And then, lagi one time nga, ako ang pagumangkod is, she asked me about those tower nga nag-blink-blink. And he asked, Tita, why is it blinking? And I said, I don't know the reason. So, nag-ask pa akong other adults, akong father, for the confirmation. Why is it blinking? And how is it? Because one questions arrive a lot of multiple additional questions. Daghan can gary get your curiosity. And then, nanasa tries a sense of humor and delight in jokes. And develop some concept of time. And also start negotiating with you. So, yes, inanigiring mga bata na they will start negotiating yun. May nga na sila nga, ay mong ignon nga, pero uban to mag-church. Pero ang ilang gusto, sige, uban ko mag-church, but I want after church, gusto ko mag-Jollibee ta, or buy me a Dutch meal, then na. Pero, napoy uban, nga, for example, na ako sa church, it is very, based on experience yun. So, ako sa church, and then, it was the time nga, nag-preach na si Father, and then, ang kato kong pag-umagan is, nag-ingon siya nga, Tita, kahiun ko, ihi ta. So, ingon ko nga, later na ta ihi, kay nag-preach pa si Father. And then, ulaw kayo mag-suroy-suroy, like maglakaw-lakaw. Basin masuko si Father. Langotan ako, di pa ba kakahiun pungi lang. Abal ba kan sayan to ba? Ara siya. Nga, Tita, it's bad man magpugong. Kaya it can cause UTI. So, may papang bata. She knows the consequence of, magpugong og ihi. But me, gitudluan siya na kong dili mao. So, grabe na gid ila ang cognitive development by observing and by listening to those peoples around them. And next is play ideas for encouraging preschooler cognitive development, no? So, mo man ni siya ang kanina siya ang mga just a way of preschooler to pass the time. Kailangan na mag-play. Mga like snakes, ladders, read books, tell jokes, mga jigsaw, or play outside para maka-banding sa ubang bata. and they can encourage na makipag-socialize. Kung maka-play sila outside mo, hindi ha mag-start ang socialization. So, digital technology use and preschooler cognitive development. So, dapat, we as adults or educators, we must choose a good quality apps, games, and other media for the children na it was designed for the preschoolers incorporate puzzles, logic problems, and creative challenges that encourage children to think critically and develop problem-solving skills. Pero, dapat nag-supervise ta. And also, we must we must have a time limit sa screen in using the gadgets. And also, parents, teacher, relatives must be carefully select high quality content engaging with children during their technology use. And through this good help of technology, it can harness the positive aspect of the digital technology, and we should also mitigate the potential harm to the children, like daot sa mata, and very lazy na kaya dili na kaya sige na ako gatubang sa gadgets. And through because of the digital technology, daghan ng mga bata na maayo mo speak in English. Okay. So, play is important for the preschooler cognitive development. Dayon. Because due to curiosity, daghang mga questions ang bata. So, due to curiosity, daghang questions, and they can learn and observe complex concepts. And, yeah. And through cognitive development, reading, board, and memory games, nakadevelop po sila og mga develop of problem-solving skills, or they can think critically. Next is socio-emotional development in early childhood. Adult here is serve as a powerful role models man gyud. We are the role models of the children. Children learn how to express emotions appropriately, communicate effectively, show empathy, and resolve conflicts by observing the adults in their lives. So, dapat kita, as we can show, we as adult, dapat itong mapakita is a positive behavior, such as being trustworthy, keep their promises, and consistent sa itong mga actions. Kaya if dili, awaton man sada ang mga bad na ito nga ginabuhat sa mga kuan. And even our language, atong mga language, pamalikas, mag-curse ka, awat mo sada sa mga ta. So, dapat careful ka sa mga inana nga butang. Since dali ra na sila, since those children are observing us. So, dapat our behavior must be applicable, or should be imitatable to the child's. So, preschool years children learn about their ever-widening environment, where preschoolers now discover the new rules outside their home. So, preschooler initiative is a the perceptual motor, cognitive, and language skills to make things happen relates directly to the Erik Erikson third stage of the psychosocial development, which is the initiative versus goal. Ang initiative magod in this stage is children is growing sense of purpose and their desire to take on new activities and challenges. So, children are eager to learn, to explore the environment, try new things, make things happen. Walang kinatatakutan. And this drive stems from their developing confidence and their abilities. While the guilt, the initiative, uh, ang initiative magod, it can be bring rewards or punishment. So, mo na siya no, it can meet criticism, punishment, or discouragement. So, if discouragement, they can develop feelings of guilt. So, that guilt may lead to uh, may may influence to the behavior of the children. They may become hesitant to try new things and no on, feeling like their actions are bad or stifling their creativity and independence. Mag-lower na lang self-esteem. So, the preschooler self-concept is a relatively straightforward and concrete understanding of who they are. It primarily focus naman sa on what they can see, mga observable characteristic na, and their general experiences and behaviors or their usual beliefs. So, ang adults manggod kay can play a significant role manggod in shaping the usual belief of the children kay lagi sila ang role model. So, if si parents or si teacher or those people surrounds them constantly praises them for being helpful, then the child is likely to incorporate being a good helper into their self-concept. So, having a positive usual beliefs can lead to a more positive self-image. And then, and through the And through this, it is connected to the pre-operational stage of cognitive development described by Piaget. Kay ang children magod is their thinking is concrete and they struggle with abstract concepts. So, observable characteristics is concrete and then easy for them to understand and articulate. So they are becoming more aware of others, and then preschoolers don't engage in significant social comparison in the way older children do. So gender in preschooler social emotional development, no? So it is a multifaceted and significant role in social emotional development jud siya. Kay during it is the crucial period man jud. Kay children actively explore internalize societal messages about what it means to be a boy or a girl, which is profoundly influences how they interact with others and understand the emotions and also develop the sense of self. Yeah, the sense of self. Pero at the age of 2 manggod, dili pa uh, um, aware na sa physical differences between boys and girls. By the age of 3, uh, children may label na themselves as either boy or girl. And then, ang 4 ug 7, diha na yun na ma-develop ang understanding of gender constancy. So, sa ato ang magong norm, when we are a girl, we must play only our gender appropriate. So, and must play with children of the same gender as well. So, if you are a boy, boy mo kauban. If you're a girl, girl. So, girl ka, dapat nag-play na dyan kag Barbie, mga dolls, luto. If you are a boy, so di ka to kang nga pang masculine. So, dapat ito nang i-avoid. Ito nang i-discourage. So, dapat dili na to i-discourage na to na nga ang boys dapat dili mo show og sadness or fear, while girls mo ay dapat magpakikay ra dili dapat na dapat no dapat dili ta mag stereotyping, gender stereotyping. So ato nang i-limit. So dapat ato ang i-support ang interests and activities outside of the traditional gender sa ato ang norms, and it is important to encourage na mga bata na to explore a wide range of interests and activities regardless of their gender. And also, as parents, educators, dapat um, we can actively challenge gender stereotypes by providing diverse role models, offering gender neutral toys and activities, and discussing gender in an open and inclusive way so that children may focus on supporting each child's individual interests and strength rather than confining them to gender expectation. So friendship in preschool, no. So it provide a sense of belongingness and acceptances. It is a crucial manggod for developing a positive self-concept jud siya. So knowing that someone enjoys their company and wants to play with them makes preschool feel valued and liked. So friendships provide added sense lagi. So parents and teacher must expose children to experiences that help them learn skills in establishing friendships and maintaining positive relationships and resolving conflicts. And it can also through this preschool preschoolers learn to work together toward a common goal, sharing resources and responsibilities. So, kambom moran parental styles na siya upat ka styles: authoritarian, authoritative, permissive, and neglectful. Unya, si authoritarian, mo ni siya ang strict rules and expectations with little room for discussion or flexibility. So, it prioritizes obedience and control, often using phrases like, because I said so, to justify their decision. So, lisod gid kay ni no. So, rules are broken, punishment are swift and severe. So, kuan ani, ang effects ani niya is lower self-esteem, increase anxiety and depression due to constant pressure to obey and fear of punishment, or may become overly shy and fearful around others due to the strict and controlling environment at home. So, maglisod na sa no? Also, next is authoritative parenting style. Mao ni siya ang pinaka the best. Yeah. Mao ni siya ang high level of warmth and responsiveness combined with clear, firm, and consistent limits and expectations. Yun. Considered the most effective parenting style for fostering healthy development of children. For example, mo anak, gadagandagan. So instead of just saying, no running inside the house, or no running. So, as an authoritative parent, mong ingon, don't run inside because someone could get hurt and we want to keep everyone safe. So, even pa lang sa mo ang pag-istorya, the way you talk, it is very malumanay para maintindihan sa mong bata. So, dili gid pasing ka. Like, nasuko na ka. So, if imong anak nangaway, gaaway sila, sumingon ka, you shouldn't hit your brother. It's not good. It's bad. Imo silang, if mag-hit gani ka, ang next nimo tagani mo silang consequences. So, para mitigate na nga issue. So, ang effects ani niya is they are more likely to be cooperative ang mga bata, friendly, and socially competent, and they learn to understand the respect and others' perspective. And they can trust their own judgment as well. Ang permissive manggod, ang permissive parenting style, mao ni siya ang high warmth and responsiveness but low demands and control. Parents I think ay very loving and nurturing, pero they have few rules and expectations for their children's behavior. They are lenient and avoid confrontation. They are often prioritizing their child happiness over setting boundaries. So, more likely nga ang this kind of uh, parenting relationship is kuan more like friends mo sa imo ang ginikanan. So, effects sa niya is kuan uh, grow up with poor emotion regulation. Tapos, without consistent rules and consequences, preschoolers may struggle to develop self-discipline. Also, learn to control their impulses. Or they have antisocial behaviors. Lastly is the neglectful parenting style. This is the worst parenting style. Low demands and low responsiveness. Parents using this style are emotionally detached, walay paki imong ginikanan, and provide minimal guidance or support for the children. Kay mas unahon pa nila ang ilaang kaugalingong mga needs kaysa silang mga anak. So, mga bata, the children receive no guidance at all or kamanaged or on how to behave, make decisions, or navigate social situations. So, ang effects ID is children may likely to develop an insecure attachment style, failed relationship, and also may isolate themselves from society. And they can have an anxiety and avoidance in relationship due to the parents' lack of responsiveness. Or they can have a poor self-esteem. So, is there any questions or clarifications? More data tanan. And sorry if I too fast and too task discussion. So none. So thank you for listening.